think in GCC, when it comes to luxury, we were quite blessed. Globally, the industry showed recovery to pre-COVID, but in the Middle East, we saw recovery very early in 2021, and we actually ended up the year 2021 at 23% over 2019. So we overachieved pre-COVID levels quite significantly. And if there's a few things that really excited me in this period, it's the fact how Dubai especially and rest of the region to some extent remained quite open to travel and to tourism because of the way the whole pandemic was managed. And that allowed, even though we in Dubai at least saw much less tourists than before, nearly half, we actually saw tourists that were able to spend. So when you look at that, for the luxury, it was actually very positive because we had half of the tourists, but they spent on average about 10 to 15% more. So I have to say we are quite grateful for the way the pandemic has been managed in this part of the world. Second thing that excited me a lot was all the investments that the brands were doing to make sure they cater to the local consumer. In Middle East, we have one of the highest consumer when it comes to luxury per capita in the world, and one of the highest spending. And what we noticed that the brands finally started recognizing that. So the amount of exhibitions that you were able to see, for example, in Riyadh, you had a Chaumet exhibition a couple of weeks ago. We had in Dubai, Louis Vuitton exhibition. There were a lot of events, Chanel fashion show. So really a lot of investments going from the brands in marketing. That's maybe a second thing that excited me a lot. And third, what I really like is the change in the consumer behavior. So we went from a consumer that historically was somewhat traditional, not willing to stand out, more on the conservative side, to a consumer which in luxury is willing to explore. It's being more, it's looking into more creative brands. So really a consumer that is shifting their behavior and willing to, take a risk when it comes to luxury.